The drug menace is a problem in Jammu and Kashmir. But on the other hand, every 12 minutes, one addict is walking into the OPD across hospitals in Jammu and Kashmir. That's a big number. That's a big number.
That's a very bad statistic. And I was actually going through some of the revelations that the DGP made. He said that most of them are between age of 13 years to 30. So they are actually a very young group of people. And now around 5 to 7 lakh people are said to be drug addicts in that valley. And it's an Udta Punjab kind of a situation. They have made a deadly mix in this. What is that deadly mix?
One addict walks into Srinagar OPD every 12 minutes. Most of the addicts are between 13 years to 30 years.
Yeah, that's a shocking demography of that.
5 to 7 lakh youths are victims of drugs and drug abuse.
In 1.3 crore, in a population of
there you have it. Park agencies funding terror through drugs. And I think it's not just the park. Ever since, the Taliban took over, some payments from drugs done through cryptocurrencies.
You were just explaining
about that I was talking about. So cryptocurrency and, crypto mining, that all of that is being used, cyber fraud. And of course, we're going to do a proper show on it as well. This is something that Varghese and I have been talking about. Now, take a look at that, ladies and gentlemen. In 2019, I'll just quickly go and, try and talk it through.
Under NDPS Act.
So absolutely. So just to tell the viewers again, 2019, you had 1,172 FIRs under the NDPS Act in Jammu and Kashmir alone. Now, of course, if you look at what's happened in 2022, that number has gone up to, from 1,100, that number has gone up to 1,800 cases. And these are just FIRs under the NDPS Act, nothing else, Varghese. In terms of, people who are, youngsters who are getting
into drug peddling,
into the drug menace. That's another statistic altogether.
I think yes, we have that. The peddler.
Well, there you have it. The peddlers being arrested in Jammu and Kashmir. Take a look at this again, Varghese. In 2019, the amount of peddlers that were arrested, people who are peddling these drugs, is 1,713. Meanwhile, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. Look at the number, look at the advance in the number. 2,756, almost 1,000 more peddlers that have been, arrested. And that's the situation right now in Jammu and Kashmir, because the drug menace is actually a problem. But what more about the drug addicts walking into the OPDs every 12 minutes, Varghese?
Well, that is the shocking part of it. And, they have created an ecosystem, Kabir, over here, where the ecosystem consists of people who are involved in terrorist activities. There's an ecosystem that consists of people who are facing economic hardship, especially in the border areas, whose job is to smuggle the drugs from Pakistan, ensure its sale point in Jammu and Kashmir to the addicts that have been created. The addicts become the market for it. A portion of it is kept to them, and a portion of it goes to Pakistan.
Aren't we crippling the society then?
That is exactly the situation. Two parts of the country that are being
pump drugs into the youth, so that the youth is unable to think for itself.
Exactly.
And then you can carry out these terror activities. And if
these terror activities are also being funded by the same drug money.
Same money. So you buy these drugs, the money is used for terror activities. And why these terror activities are get the encouragement is because, people who should be stopping it are busy consuming drugs.
And the other
part of the cycle is so conducive to the health of the terror module.
And another big problem is the involvement of cryptocurrencies in the sale of these drugs. And it is a huge situation that is there, and it is much more scarier than what we did see in Punjab when it came to the addiction factor.
Absolutely. 1,700 peddlers got arrested in 2019, 2,700 got arrested in 2022. One addict walks into Srinagar OPD every 12 minutes. Startling facts. And if the DGP, Dilbag Singh, says himself that, there's a problem, then of course this problem must be, nipped right at the bud. Shouldn't it be, Varghese?
Yes, it should be. And I think these statistics are worrisome, and probably with so much of security personnel presence, this problem can be stemmed. But the fact remains is that the youth of Jammu and Kashmir are being wasted, one with terrorism and the other with drugs.